The word texture means how something feels. Textures can be smooth, prickly, furry, or a lot of different things. Visual texture in art, in painting and drawing and that kind of stuff, is when the marks make it look like something has a real texture. We're going to continue coloring and adding texture to our Chinese dragons to finish them off. For my texture, I'm going to use this ballpoint pen. You probably have a pen like this laying around your house too. You could use that, but you can use whatever you'd like. You can use whatever kind of media you have around your house. Use markers or colored pencils or crayons or whatever. I'm using this because I know I can watercolor over it and it won't smudge, because that's what I want to finish mine with. But you do what you want and use a media that you have at your house. Your dragon should look like it has texture. I'm making tiny scales over the whole thing. Really, all I'm doing is making tiny letter U's. If you have a different idea on how to make texture over your dragon, I'm fine with that. Do whatever you'd like. Nothing scribbly though. Just make sure it looks like you can feel it, like you could feel the texture over your dragon. Stick with it. It can be a little bit overwhelming. It feels like you've got to do a lot, but it goes quicker than you think. Just to repeat myself, I am putting texture over the entire dragon. The whole thing should look like it's scaly. It should look like it feels scaly, because that's what visual texture is in art. Now, when I made this, I felt like I was starting to lose some of my dragon in the texture somewhere. Like I couldn't see it as well as I could before I put the texture on. So I think I'm going to darken some of the lines that are around the dragon so I can see exactly where the overlaps are. Because remember, you need to have 2 overlaps on your dragon, and I should be able to see those pretty easy. I'm also going to outline the legs and the claws and that kind of stuff. Again, use whatever kind of media, whatever kind of art supplies you have or you want to use. I'm not controlling that. I'm choosing to use the ballpoint pen and then now a black marker, black Sharpie marker. But you can use what you want. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to do colored pencils, do colored pencils. The important thing is just that you have 2 areas of overlap and that you have texture on your dragon. I bet now that you know what they are, you'll start to see Chinese dragons around. You can see them on shoes and t-shirts all over the place, and artwork that's been done for thousands of years. Now I'm going to start watercoloring on mine to finish it up, to pull everything together, make it look like a finished piece of art. You should color yours too, or at least some parts. But I'm not going to tell you how you have to do that again. You use the media that you want to use. I like this project to be fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun making my dragon, and I hope you have fun with yours too. Stick with it, show some perseverance until you're happy with the way everything is turning out. And don't forget about the pearl. That's part of our design too. We could add some color to the fire or something. Maybe add some outlines around it to make it stick out a little bit more than it does without it. In this next part of our lesson, we're going to use some Chinese writing and put some Chinese symbols into our designs.